fans, it's KP. I'm with Angelo Trinidad, ring announcer for the NWA. How are you, Angelo?
I'm doing great, KP.
Hey, listen, what a great little show you guys put on here at the Long Beach Comic-Con. Can you tell me a little bit about the program that you're presenting today?
Yeah, this is our second year here at Long Beach Comic-Con. So we had a pretty big part in last year's Comic-Con, and it was a success, so we were asked to come back. And basically what we're using this show for is to promote our Friday Fight Night shows every Friday in Anaheim, as well as our television program, which you see right behind here, NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. You can catch that Friday nights on KDOC, 8 p.m. NWA and Mach 1 Wrestling we're trying to change the mold of what you see on television now with the current sports entertainment groups, WWE and TNA, and they've kind of put the wrestling in the background and the characters and storyline development in the front. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring the professional wrestling back to the forefront of that.
I think that these Comic-Cons seem like a natural place for you guys to be, right? I mean, the whole spirit here is superheroes and villains and conflict and the big show and presentation, right?
Yeah, you know, we just did a panel earlier today discussing the correlation with pro wrestling and comic books and the storytelling. And I mean, they're not so strange bedfellows as the panel was called. So, you know, there's a direct correlation because just like in comic books, there's heroes and villains, just like in pro wrestling, heroes and villains. And, you know, the NWA is the oldest and the largest governing body of professional wrestling, been around for over 60 years. So we're just carrying on that tradition throughout the Long Beach Comic-Con and throughout our television programs and our Friday Fight Night shows.
Great match. We got to see you hard at work today.
Yeah, it's what I love to do in this business, and you know, I'm not going to stop anytime soon, so I'm very happy. When I go to school or when I go hang out with my friends or when I go work, it's kind of funny because no one knows what you do in the ring. So you kind of feel like a superhero, like no one knows who you are when you're walking around, but when you're in the ring, they know who you are.
Secret identity of sort.
Exactly.
So there's actually schools where you can go and be trained and educated in wrestling.
Absolutely. There's more schools than I could possibly imagine.
Right. So so you get into it, and what's your experience when you're working with people who have been in this industry before and you've looked up to as a kid?
They really helped me welcome me into the sport that I wanted to do ever since I was 13 years old, and it took me like till I was 20 years old to finally pursue it. So
we're finally going to prove which one's the better man.
But we have a great roster of young talent that's being brought up in our school, Wrestling 101 in Anaheim, California, that's been on the television program. And, you know, it's just, you know, the sky's the limit for the NWA and Mach 1 Wrestling.
I gotta tell you that the first time I wrestled and after the show was over, I had a bunch of kids and a bunch of family adults wanting to take pictures and autographs with me, and it was so unreal because that's never happened to me before. And the first time I've done that, it just made me feel good that there's people out there that people can actually look up to you to pursue their dreams of whatever they wish to do. And it's the greatest gift on earth. It's what I'm really passionate for when I wanted to be a wrestler. So yeah, it's priceless.
Yeah, put on a great show in there. We'll look forward to following your career and continued success with the NWA, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
All right, more to come from the Long Beach Comic-Con. I'm KP. I'm Stylin in the ring. StylinOnline.com.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
I need to jump in there a little bit, get my leg going.
I hope that answers your question.
So
Battlestar Galactica.
Batman. Serenity.
Boba Fett. Highlander.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Doctor Who. Star Trek: The Next Generation was my favorite.
Scooby-Doo.
Well, at the moment, it would be True Blood.
True Blood.
True Blood. I have to say True Blood, too.
She-Ra.
Doctor Who.
Star Wars, Episode 4. Firefly, without a doubt.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Joker, obviously.
Family Guy.
Good choice.